felt good. Cheer more. Juggernauts are roasting on a human torch. Oh, it really is that time of the year again, isn't it, everybody? As you can tell from my very wobbly entrance and my mediocre parking job, I have been hitting the special holiday eggnog so hard to get into the holiday spirit. Yeah, we got some fans of special eggnog, huh? All right, cheers, sir. Oh, that's delicious. Well, anyway, who's ready for a classic seasonal tale full of Yuletide cheer? You know what? I'm feeling frisky. Are you guys ready for a brand new story that Santa Pool has never told? I know that sounds so exciting, but we're gonna do the same shows as last season. Yeah, for some strange reason, my pitched script for A Nutcracker Pool was promptly rejected by management. Too many drawings of sugar plums. It's largely illegible, which doesn't even make sense because my good roommate Al proofread the whole thing for me. Anyway, the story that I do have today, it's a classic holiday tale of good and evil. Oh wow, that's like a little me. I can see the screen. That looks awesome. I look very handsome. That's very good technology. This story is filled with greed, a rich mahogany four-poster bed, and a bunch of hideous mutants and spooky ghosts. Ooh. Kind of a creepy choice for a Christmas sale, huh, little girl? Yeah, I probably should have done this story during Oogie Boogie Bash, but we weren't hired yet at that point. So. Anyway, for this story, I'm letting my hair down, everybody. Oh, thank you. I'm only doing it because we have a mandatory costumes change in this show. Let me just put this on my little Merc on a woodwork here. Why do we have a costume change? Because for this story specifically, we travel back in time. All the way back to jolly old England for our dignified holiday tale written by Sir Mr. Charles Xavier Dickens. All right, big fans of Dickens over there. Okay. It's called A Christmas Carol-Pool. Applause cue, there we go. Yeah. That's right. Get your bubble ones ready, little children. Oh, this is so exciting, everyone. It's very rare that I get to sink my teeth into something as holly and jolly as a festive seasonal tale. I do love chimichanga, sir. Thanks for yelling that randomly during the show. Okay, well, anyway, let's get started, shall we, with this holly jolly, positive, uplifting tale. Line 1 of page 1, Marley was dead. Wow, that was a dark start. I'm not actually sure that the Disneyland Resort registered trademark really signed up for all of that. Let me just skip ahead to the less morbid parts for the children. Let's see here, dead as can be, dead as a doornail, dead beyond a Thanos snap. That is very dead, wow. Here is a very nice positive and uplifting sentence for all of you. The meanest old curmudgeon in all of London town was a vile, hairy, smelly, prickly, miserly old brute by the name Loganizer Scrooge. Oh, Scrooge, you really did not like the holidays, let me tell you. He always went around saying, bah humbug, bub. I don't know what that means either, tiny child in the front row, I really don't. But he did have a very handsome, charming, and extremely funny, although a bit of an acquired taste, I will admit, employee by the name Wade Cratchit Pool. Yup, he's the hero of this story, so you can feel free to applaud like them. That eggnog's really kicking, isn't it, you two? Cheers. Anyway, poor old Wade, he just wanted to enjoy the holiday season and spend literally a single day off in his entire working career. But old Scroogey McDuck was always like, shut up and get back to work, Bob, and count me money, all right? Come on, throw a little shrimp on the babby while you're at it, come on. He was really not a nice person. He was so miserly, so ugly, so hairy, so strong, weirdly Australian. Anyway, I'm getting off on a tangent. Because Loganizer was such a naughty little mutant, he was visited in the night by one of his very dead partners, one of his ex-partners, if you will. He was an X-Men. Anyway, he tells him that he'll be visited later by 3 more ghosts who will herald his beginning and herald his end. This really troubled Scrooge because he had no idea who Harold was. He went to sleep feeling very uneasy. Kind of like when you have one too many chimichangas before bedtime, right? And knows what I'm talking about, yeah. Suddenly, a bright light shone through his window. He sauntered over, just as old and miserly and hideous as he was, ripped open the blinds and saw that it was none other than Johnny Storm. All flamey and bright. Not Steve Rogers like we all clearly wanted, but that's fine. And this year, I'm telling you, Johnny was weirdly into silver bells. It was very strange. Everything that he said was basically a profanity that I'm not allowed to repeat in front of the Disneyland Resort registered trademark. But pretty much, he just showed Scrooge his sad past, his sad origins. All right. I know, I deserve that, boo. The 4 people that left, people actually started walking away as I made the origin joke. That's how much of a sensitive subject that is. Wow. Bye, everyone. I'm sorry for bringing it up. I know it's a sore subject for me, too. Anyway, then, the ghost of Christmas present showed up, and wow, it was just this giant, child-minded figure, way larger than a normal man should be, with a body made completely out of metal. If Baymax was a big hero 6, this guy was a big hero 7. And he had a terrible Russian accent to top it off. Sounded a little something like this. Loganizer Scrooge, gaze upon the Cratchit-Pool family and see your shame. Yeah, that was a pretty terrible accent, huh? The same dialect Coach as Gambit, so just give me a little bit of a break. Then, he shows them a beautiful portrait of a Cratchit-Pool family living in a small but humble studio apartment off of Pico and Crenshaw. Blind Al was there, Dog Pool, and of course, tiny little Peter Pool, who is just sickeningly ill beyond repair and leaning on a too small crutch. They could barely get by on the meager salary that Wade's boss had given him. It was a pathetic sight, really, so pathetic in fact, that it moved old Loganizer into feeling the first genuine emotion. Wow, I just look so good on the camera. The first genuine emotion Loganizer has felt in the literal hundreds of years he's lived on this planet. So emotional that suddenly a single tear began to trickle down his chiseled, mewing jawline, soaking into his luscious mutton chops. Oh, it's like the ending of a perfect rom-com. Like The Proposal. Hey! All right, now people started joining after I made that joke. Okay. See where the priorities lie here. And then the ghost of Christmas Days of Future Past showed up, and you know what? My heart's not in it. It just gets way too confusing. I'm gonna skip that part. Timeline gets all convoluted. It almost ruined the franchise, quite honestly. But the ghosts, in essence, show Scrooge that he needs to keep the spirit of the season deep, deep within his heart. All year round, and basically stop being such a furry little jerk all the time. Meanwhile, tiny little Peter Pool narrowly escapes the jaws of death because Scroogey pays to get his little legs healed and they become, you guessed it kid, sugar plum chums. This is my favorite part of the story, so make sure that this amazing camera's filming this, alright? Got my good side odds every side, okay? Suddenly, tiny little Peter Pool on his newly refurbished legs begins to waddle over all the way to center stage. He grips the imaginary Wolvie by his very muscular inner thigh muscles and exclaims, for all to hear. God of thunder bless us, everyone. Let me tell you, there was not a... No, you can clap for that, sure. Thanks. You just want me to stay in this position, don't you? That's how I got the great legs, all right? Let me tell you, after that monologue by tiny little Peter Pool, there was not a dry eye in the house. In fact, the house was soaking wet with tears. And they all lived, say it with me, children and Disney adults, happily ever after. All right, mandatory applause. Okay, let's do this. Oh, that was great. You want to know why they lived happily ever after, tiny child with the amazing camera? It's because this story in particular, he's doing like a little, that cinematography, whoa. It's because this story in particular has been rehashed and merchandised dozens of times over the years. It's what we like to call in the business, easy money. That's right. All right, oh, you can clap for easy money, sure. Wow, you guys are an interesting bunch. Well, thank you so much for joining me, everyone, for this special holiday tale. I have a scheduled lunch break, so I'm gonna go enjoy. What do you think I'm gonna enjoy, buddy? That's right! And I even made fruitcake for everyone for the second half of the day. And I actually can smell something burning right now, and it's either those or my contract, so I'm gonna go tend to that one. Happy holidays, everybody. Goodbye, child. Goodbye, nice camera. Goodbye, child behind the camera. Never forget about the kid behind the camera. Alright, I should get off stage. I am hungry, by the way. Bye, chimichanga guy. Thanks for yelling there randomly. Give me inspiration. Bye, everyone. Can we get a Santa Pool chant? Oh, my mic's off.
Oh no! Santa Pool! Santa Pool! Santa Pool!